Good afternoon, everyone. I think by now you've heard the news that we have made the decision to close our schools to students on Monday if there isn't a negotiated settlement with our CUPE workers. Our CUPE workers cover many different aspects to our board services, and we felt that we required this decision in order for our students to be safe. So I'm open to any questions that you may have regarding this matter.
How will outside programs be affected? Anything that's operating the school, night school, how will those programs be affected?
So at this point, in light of the services that, should we not have a settlement, would be withdrawn, all services in the Toronto District School Board, both at night and during the day, will be closed. The only exception is, though we need to abbreviate the schedule for those childcare operators that are third party, which means not run by us, the ones that are run by us because it is CUPE would need to be closed, but those that are operated by third party, they will actually make the decision on whether they're going to keep open with an abbreviated schedule. But all other services and programs will be canceled if this strike action takes place.
And John, can you tell us why teachers can't step in and do the work of CUPE workers? Is it a scheduling problem? Is it a type of work? Is it too much work? Why can't teachers step in?
So first of all, it's important to note that our teachers have their own responsibilities that they are required to do in the school day, but it's important to know who our CUPE workers are. Our CUPE workers work in our kindergarten classrooms as early childhood educators. Our CUPE workers are lunchroom supervisors. They're special education assistants. They're custodians. They're office administrators. All of these services that assist our students to be safe. Let me give you some examples. Our office administrators are the ones who are helping our students arrive to school safely. They call home when a student isn't present so that no student is lost. Our caretakers obviously keep our schools clean and ensure a healthy environment. Our special education assistants, they are helping our most vulnerable students. All of those services could never be replicated by teachers, even if they were in a position to be able to do so.
Is it also a sign of solidarity, though, that teachers won't be stepping in and doing the work of the support staff?
That was not in any way part of this discussion, so I won't make any comments there. A senior team here at the board worked for the last 3 days to figure out contingency plans that would allow us to provide program for all of our students in a safe way. We looked as deeply as we could, and the sheer decision was based on we couldn't ensure safety for all of our students if we remained open next week. We understand that this is very challenging for our families. We get the frustration and anger that this may cause, and we certainly empathize with that. But at the end of the day, safety is paramount, and we could not ensure that for all students. That's the reason for this decision.
John, in 2002, CUPE workers in Toronto local went on strike and schools remained open for a few weeks. So why are they not remaining open this time around when it's essentially the same situation?
Yes, so there were 16 years ago different circumstances, and one of the things that is different is that at that time 2 decisions were made. Students with special needs were asked to stay home, a decision that we are not comfortable making in light of our commitment to equity and inclusion. And number 2, one of the contingency plans that we were considering is how all non-union central staff would be deployed to the schools to assist. 16, 17 years ago, there were many more central staff that could be deployed. And when we looked at the numbers that could be deployed, we actually didn't have the numbers to actually cover off the issues like we would have been better able to do so in 2002. Are those 2 reasons why the decision was made different from that time.
John, I think there are a number of polling stations that are set up in public schools. I know we're still a few weeks away, but if the schools are shut down during the federal election, what would happen?
One of the things about the challenges that we're facing is that we are working as quickly as we can day by day. That is on our radar screen. Right now, we do not have the staff for the setup, for the safe running, and for the implementation of Election Day if we were to still be in that situation. But I'd like to suggest that we will work with our partners. We will figure out what unfolds. And I do want to say publicly that our hope is that there will be a settled agreement by Sunday. And then we won't be having further conversations about this. Our team meets twice a day to look at all issues that are happening. We work closely with our board in communicating and getting advice from our board, and our chair, of course, who represents the board, is standing next to me, Robin Pilkey. So we will just deal with issues as they emerge to the best of our ability under very challenging circumstances.
I think this will be challenging for all students, but I think particularly for grade 12 students, particularly those who are in semester schools. I mean, I think even missing just a week of school class can really sort of set them back. And these are kids who are already thinking about university and college. So can you speak a little bit about making that decision in light of some of the hardships for the 12th graders?
Yes, I think that, again, one of our hopes, as I just said, is that this situation is settled, and then we don't need to move into an extended period. If we are, unfortunately, in any kind of extended period, we will have to address that issue. Today, I don't have the details regarding how that would be, but by all means, if this were to be an extended situation, we would have to look into some contingencies around how to provide students access to program in the absence of the ability to come to school.
What about online classes? There's several online classes that operate. Is that going to be impacted as well?
At this point, because we're also trying to be equitable in terms of we cannot provide services for most students at this time, so we've made the decision at this point all of the services will be canceled.
What will teachers be doing if the strike happens and schools are closed? Are they going to be free to join in solidarity and walk the picket line during the day, or will they be working?
So all non-CUPE employees are expected to be at work. That is our expectation, and there will be activities at school for them to participate in, and we're still working out the details of that. But all non-CUPE employees, should there not be a settlement, will be expected to be at work. Any other questions?
Have you gotten any reactions from parents already? I know you've already sent out a notice to parents. Have you guys already fielded calls?
The biggest reaction we received earlier this afternoon, which is why we wanted to move quickly with the communication, was a desire to have the decision. So at this point, we have spent quite a bit of our time last night into this morning preparing the communication that we needed to be closed. Now we'll deal, I'm sure, with all of the different issues that will emerge. And again, we are committed to engaging our community, supporting the work that we need to do, but realizing that we can't provide services to our students in school. Anything else?
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.